Welcome back, students. We will now cover a variety of different topics that are important for you to be thinking about as you prepare to study abroad. It is essential to do some planning around money management before you go abroad. This is something you will do independently, as each student has very different spending habits. We have prepared a budgeting worksheet tool that you can use, which is located in the form section of the Study Abroad portal. Each host country has a different cost of living, and you can do some searching to find more information about this online. You can also ask study abroad alumni who went on your same program how much they budgeted for certain things, and ask other students planning to go what they are estimating. These types of questions can go in your program-specific channel in the Teams group. Regarding using your debit and credit cards abroad, make sure to find out what your bank's travel policies are. Figure out how to notify your bank that you will be abroad, such as through their app or by calling, since you will need to do this to avoid having your cards frozen due to fraud detection measures. Go to a bank before departure to get some cash in the local currency of your host country. That way, you have no problem paying for transportation or food upon arrival if you have any unexpected issues with your bank or cards, or if you are in a place that doesn't accept cards. Many students will take out cash periodically from ATMs while abroad. Figure out what international ATM fees your bank charges and how to minimize the fees you will be paying while abroad. For example, students may take out a larger amount of cash less frequently while abroad and keep cash in a safe place in their room. ATMs are widely available in large cities and cards are often accepted in large cities, but cash may be necessary in smaller towns. Think about how you want to communicate with friends and family back home while you are away. Figure out what the balance will be of feeling connected to home, but also staying present and taking time to truly get to know your host community while you're there. Students are required to have cell phone access while abroad for safety and emergency purposes. It is important to factor this into your budgeting and figure out which type of phone coverage you want to seek. Some of you may be aware that a lot of people in other parts of the world use WhatsApp to communicate more than texting, so it may be a good idea to make an account. Many students choose to get a SIM card at a local phone provider once they are in the host country. This requires a bit of research, but is a great option. Students choosing this option will go to a store, such as Vodafone, Orange, etc. A quick Google search can tell you common phone providers in your host country, and purchase a plan that's right for them. Students often get a month-to-month prepaid plan, which involves paying a flat monthly fee, roughly equivalent of $15 to $25 a month is common in US dollars. This gets you a local phone number, calling, and data. The phone company would provide a SIM card that you would put into your existing US phone. You would then keep your US SIM card in a safe place and put it back in your phone when returning to the US. This will switch your phone service back to your existing US phone number and plan. Students can also choose to buy a new phone with a local provider after arriving in their host country. Students in this case would use their local phone to make calls, access data, etc., and be able to use their US phone when connected to Wi-Fi if they choose to as well. Figure out how you'll be using your electronics abroad in terms of voltage. Most laptop and phone chargers, you will need an adapter that allows you to plug your device into the type of socket your host country uses. For some devices, you may need a converter, which changes the voltage or flow of electricity to match the voltage of your host country. It is recommended that you leave electric hair appliances like hair dryers at home and purchase a new one abroad, since there are often voltage issues that will make the appliances stop working. International travel today means that CDC vaccination cards are just as important as your passport in some cases. Remember to bring this and a copy scanned to your phone, such as with the Notes app if you have an iPhone. Be cautious not to overpack, since you will typically be able to find things you need abroad in case you forget anything, and it will be much more challenging to travel if you have more than one checked suitcase, one carry-on backpack, and another small item like a purse or bag that is easy to carry. Check to see what the luggage weight limits are for your airlines. 50 pounds is typical. Make sure to have a bag or backpack for everyday use and going to and from class that is secure. In other words, not easy for pickpockets to take anything from. You should also have a bag or backpack that is easy to carry, but large enough to carry what you need for at least a few days, if packed carefully. This will be helpful if you do any overnight excursions or travel around your host country during your free time. Don't forget to have a reusable water bottle with you as well. Students tend to do much more walking while abroad than they do in the US. Bring comfortable, well-made shoes that you can walk long distances in. You can find more details about packing recommendations in the Predeparture Handbook in the Files tab of the General section of the Teams group. To switch gears for a moment, we want to make sure that students are required to follow We want to make it clear that students are required to follow UP's Code of Conduct while abroad. Make sure you are familiar with the UP Life on the Bluff Handbook, as this is applicable while you are abroad. And remember that you will also need to follow all program-specific guidance and expectations. Thank you for your attention and engagement with this pre-departure process. And if you would like more information or clarification about anything mentioned, please let us know.